Hello, today I'm going to do a walkthrough of the Paladin Epic 1.5 pre-quest in EverQuest. This will flag you to start the regular Epic 1.5 quest, Redemption, and let's get started. So it starts in the Plane of Valor, and I'll show you exactly how to get to the NPC we need. You'll need to find an NPC named Beltron Worders. So you zone in from Plane of Tranquility. And you come up the stairway. And you should be in the second building. And I'll show you the text up on the screen if you're interested in the lore. So you hail him and you follow the text prompts. And he'll hand you Beltron's Solvent. Next step is to go to South Row and find an NPC named Gilfown, and I have his location up on the map. I'll also show you how to get there from the Druid portal in South Row. He's up here along the wall. So there he is. He's a Frogluck. Hand him the solvent. So after going through the text and handing him the solvent, he'll give you 2 items back. He'll return the solvent, and he'll also give you a Gilfown scabbard. And he will send you on a quest to reconstruct a sword, which has 4 pieces to it. First piece, we will go to the Plane of Storms. It's located there, in that spot. I'll show you how to get there from the zone in. The sword piece drops from a mob named Nephikin, Lord of Gilfown. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if it's not the correct pronunciation. So the way to defeat this guy is a little bit complicated because he is in a little area that is surrounded by a bunch of other giants, and in order to target him you have to kill all the giants around him. So I'll show you an example. He's in a fort, and I believe they're storm giants. It's been a while since I've been to Plains of Power and know every NPC type, but they're blue storm giants, I believe. So here we are at the fort, and he's in there somewhere. So we'll have my mage come up to the fort and call up heroes the rest of my team that I'm using. So I'll show you exactly where he's located. This isn't the guy. But he's in the first house as you go in the fort, I believe. Right around the corner to the left, but you can't target him until the rest of the giants around him are dead. I fast forwarded a tad and defeated all the giants around the area. This includes the giants on the outside. So after you defeat him, you loot the broken sword piece, and you're on to the next step. So the next step will be in the Plane of Hate, and this part was a little bit difficult only because of the spawn time. You have to be lucky and actually find the NPC you need up, and that NPC is a Meister of Rancor, and I'll show you his location on the map here, right there, from the zone in. And this part took a little bit of time. I think it took me 2 days because when I first got here he wasn't up, so I had to wait, but eventually I actually found him up, and we will run to his spawn location. And what I did not mention is that this is on live servers, and my character is like level 85. Around that level. I'm not really exactly sure what level he is, but he's being helped by a crew of like 105s, so this should be easy. So after he's defeated, loot the other sword piece. I only say that because sometimes people from the progression servers might be like viewing this video and wonder why I skip all the tactics that you need to defeat these guys, but at 105 a lot of these things are trivial. Okay, on to the next step, which is in the Plane of Torment. And when you zone in, you should see this pop up on your screen. And this is another part that was a little bit time consuming. Actually, this was the most time consuming part of the quest. I just marked the area you needed to go to on the map here. This part was difficult as well because the NPC was also not up, just like in the Plane of Hate. The NPC you need to find is at the very back of the zone in the southern area where the stomach event is, if you're familiar with that. And it's an NPC named Candace Painbringer. And this NPC was a little bit tricky for me because it took 3 full days for him to actually be up. And there's some debate on how he actually spawns. Some people say that he spawns when you zone in, and other people say that he's up all time. I don't know exactly how that works, but you get the emote on your screen above the sword humming, and some people say he spawns when that emote comes up, but I didn't find that to be the case because I had my necromancer in the back area where he spawns, and I zoned in and he was up without my paladin being in the area, so I don't know exactly how he's up. So anyways, if you find him up, he drops a piece that you need. So we'll come back to the area where he spawns in. And he's very easy to defeat. So after you loot the piece you need, you're on to the next step, which is in Everfrost Peaks. You'll also see an emote come up when you zone in. And I'm showing you the location to where the NPC is located on the map. It's right where the Eldon NPCs are. And I zoned in from the Plane of Knowledge, where the Plane of Knowledge book is. But I recommend, if you're familiar with the quest to get you to any Eldon camp from the Magus, I suggest doing that. If not, that's fine too. You can just zone in from the Plane of Knowledge and make your way to the Eldon camp. So once you have the 3 sword pieces, you'll need to find an NPC named Rhombus. He'll be coming up here in a bit. So you will hail him, go through the dialogue, and he's going to send you on a quest to find 4 ruins. You're going to be in the Plane of Tranquility, Mistmore Castle, the Scarlet Desert, and the Gulf of Gunthek. And he wants you to return them to him. So we're coming up on the camp. So we'll just hail him in a bit. It helps to have a fast mount if you're coming in from Plane of Knowledge. So here we are at the camp, and Rhombus is located right there. So here I have the dialogue up on the screen. So in order to get the piece of the sword that he owns, he wants you to return 4 runes for him. And the first one is in the Plane of Tranquility, And I'll show you the location from the zone in. Their ground spawns. First one will be the ruin of XOR. Right next to the Plane of Storms, the tunnel leading to the Plane of Storms. So we'll go this way and click off your mount, click off levitate, and then run to grab the ground spawn. And there it is, the first ruin you need. And now we'll go to Mistmore Castle. And you need to go to the graveyard area from the zone in, and I'll show you how to get there. Strange thing about this quest is you can't complete it when the hardcore heritage version of the zone is up. So there's like a whole month out of the year you can't complete this quest, which is pretty weird. So we'll run to the graveyard, and there we are. And the rune we need is right there. The rune of Yurno. Now we're on to the Gulf of Gunthek. This one is really easy to find. At the zone in, you just go straight to the beach. And Rune Willen is found here. Right in this little area of the shipwreck. So now we'll go to the Scarlet Desert to find the last ruin, the Ruin of Zoda. Here we are at the zone in from the Twilight Sea. You can get here pretty easily by taking the guild portal, Twilight Sea to the Scarlet Desert, or you can have a druid port you too. You can also port in from Greg's End as well. So the area we need is right up here. Climb up the hill. And it's located on the ground, right in these ruins. So now that we have all four, we can take them back to Rhombus in Everfrost. So there's Rhombus. Hand him the 4 runes for his broken sword piece. So after a little bit of dialogue, you'll get the 4th sword piece, and I think he disappears at this point. So now you just combine the 4 sword pieces and the scabbard. The 4 sword pieces along with the solvent. So now you have the fractured courage bringer, and you'll take that back to Gilfown. So you'll hand it to him. and he will hand it back and tell you to go back to the Plane of Valor. You'll need to see Beltron borders again. So here we are back in the POV. So hand him the Fractured Couragebringer. And he will hand you back the regular Couragebringer. And that's about it for the quest. You have completed it. Now you're ready to start the regular 1.5 quest. Just a couple of things about this quest. It really was kind of time consuming as far as other 1.5 pre-quests I've completed. A lot of the waiting around, waiting for old world mobs to spawn was a little bit difficult and a little bit agitating, but overall it was a fun quest. Definitely a little bit time consuming. I wish they would have gotten rid of the wait times on some of the old world mobs, but that's about it for this video. Everybody have a fantastic day, and thank you for watching.